Good morning, 7th grade. Welcome to session 3 of our EOG prep sessions. Our goal for today is to try to finish this first packet, so making it to question number 45. Now, you might need to spend some time on questions before from sessions 1 and 2, but I'm going to help you a little bit on question 31. Going to work for a little bit, and then I'll check in with you for question 44. But our goal, again, is to make it to question 45 today. Take a look at question 31. It is a little bit of a tough question, so I thought it would be a good one for me to go over with you. The figure below is a scale drawing of Quinto's bedroom. The scale used to create the drawing was 1/2 inch equals 4 feet. If the scale had been 2/3 inch equals 4 feet, how much longer would the scale drawing of Quinto's bedroom have been? This one's going to take some work for us to set up some proportions, but the good news is we have our calculator to help us with our speed. So let's start with setting up a proportion for the original figure. Okay, so we're going to set up our proportion. Remember, WKU, words known and unknown. So we're relating inches to feet. So let's put our 1/2 over 4. And let's take a look of the figure here. So we have to kind of know how to read a ruler, which is tricky, I know, for some of you. We've got to figure out what this would represent. So remember that a standard ruler breaks an inch into basically 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here, let me put a different color on top. This part on the ruler, this blue dot, would represent 2 and 2/8. So 2 and 2/8. But we know that 2 and 2/8 is the same as 2 and 1/4. So most of the time we do our ruler measurements, we're going to be using fourths or halves. But remember, you're technically reducing that 2/8 whenever you do so. Remember, this is inches, so in your proportion, put that on top, and then you've got your X. Okay, now we do have our calculator to help us. Remember, your calculator is not the best with the mixed numbers, right? So typically, we try to encourage you to change to decimal form and to kind of have some of those benchmark ones memorized. Like we know that 1/2 is the same as 0.5 and 2 and 1/4. Do you know what that one would be? Okay, that would be 2.25. Okay, so if we do our cross products here to solve for X, okay, we're going to do 4 times 2.25 divided by 0.5 or 1/2. So X is equal to 18. Okay, so now we know that his bedroom is 15 feet, but that is not the final answer. Look at what it asks for. If the scale had been 2/3 inch over 4 feet, how much longer would the scale drawing of Quinto's bedroom have been? We have to set up another proportion to compare this. So use this space up here if you have it, and we'll see what we have to do here. So we've got a new ratio, 2/3 inch equal to 4 feet. And we're comparing that to our new answer here. So the 18 feet going to have to go in the bottom. Remember, we're trying to figure out what inches it would have been on the ruler had we used this new scale. Okay, so this is why this one's a little bit tricky and wordy. All right, we're going to use our cross products again. Okay, now 2/3 is a repeating decimal, if you recall. So 2/3 is a repeating decimal. So not as easy to type in, but remember your calculator will also do fractions. Just use your parentheses. So 2/3 times 18 divided by 4 is 27. So it would have been, oh, hold on a sec. Let me retry that. I didn't click my final enter. All right, let me try that again. 2/3 times by 18 divided by 4. There we go. All right, 3. So 3 inches. Real-time mistakes. Okay, so 3 inches. So it says, final step, how much longer would the scale drawing of Quinto's bedroom have been? So can you think about what our final step is going to be? Okay, if you were thinking subtraction, you're on the right track. How much longer means we need to subtract. Think about what we're subtracting, right? How much longer would this scale drawing have been? Remember, this scale drawing was 2 1/4, and our new scale drawing would have been 3. So we've got to subtract those to get our answer. 3 minus 2 1/4. Okay, look at your answer choices. Do you think you might know what this would be equal to without using your calculator? Okay, if you were thinking 3/4, you were on the right track. Remember, this would be the same as taking away 2.25 or $2.25 if you're thinking money, which means we would have 75 or 3/4 remaining. Okay, go and pause the video here, work for about 20 minutes or so, and I'll check in with you to help you on the next question that I chose. All right, look at question 44. You might not have made it this far yet, and that's okay, but flip to it with me, and that way you have it complete. Remember, our goal is to make it to 45, but we're looking for quality. We want you to do a good job on the questions that you are on as opposed to trying to rush through. The fountain in the middle of a park is circular with a diameter of 16 feet. There is a walkway that is 3 feet wide that goes around the fountain. What is the approximate area of the walkway? All right, so we are looking for the area of the walkway, this part right here, right? So keep in mind that the walkway is the same distance all the way around. So it might help you to extend that diameter, right? So that's going to be 3 on this side as well. So we need to find the area. So we're talking about area of circles. So we know that our formula that we're going to need to remember, because it's not given to us, is 3.14 times radius times radius. Okay, can you imagine what the radius would be of our circle here, the fountain? Okay, all right. If you were thinking 8, you were on the right track. So 8 would be our radius, right? 8 on each side to make that diameter of 16. Okay, so we're going to need that in a sec. Let's go ahead and get the area of our fountain first. So we've got 3.14 times radius times radius. So 3.14 times 8 times 8. Remember, use your calculator to help you with your speed. Okay, so 200.96. Okay, so now we need to figure out the area of the whole circle here, right? So look at it as a whole fountain with a walkway around. So now we need the radius of the big picture, the big circle, including the walkway. So can you think about what the radius would be of that big circle? Okay, if you were thinking 11, you were on the right track. So 8 plus 3 would give us 11. So area would be 3.14 times 11 times 11. Okay, so 379.94. Oops. Okay, one last step. Can you think about what you need to do if you only want the area of the walkway, not including the fountain, of course, only the part that we can walk on? Okay, if you were thinking to subtract, you're on the right track because we need to take away the fountain from the whole area to see what's left. So minus 200.96. Okay, 178.98. Okay, we got to approximate, so round. So this will be closest to C, 179 feet squared. Okay, continue working. Remember, your goal is to make it to question 45 today. So do a great job and let us know if we can help you with checking any other answers.